In this video, we're going to try and make some VR seats fit into a VK. Let's do it. Okie dokies. VK seat there, VR seat there. Now, if you didn't know, the seats that I'm putting in the VK are VR Calais, and they're trimmed and ready to go. So if you want to zip back a few years in my playlists, there is an interior video on that, and they are ready to go. But I'm going to try and bust a few myths here now, just to get these VR seats to fit in. Now, if you look at this VK seat, for some reason, it's got a floor mat strapped to the back of it. But that's not our concern today. Our concern is seat rails. Now, all the online stuff say with VR, VS, VNVP, whatever, is with these rails, you need to put two of the outer rails on each side. Like that same rail needs to go on that one. So you need two sets of seat rails. That's what you need, because this far seat here has that extra long piece there, which you can't use. But apparently that hole and that hole is the same distance as that hole and that hole. Now, I can either strip these rails off, I'll strip this rail off, put it on my other seat, or I can unbolt these rails and these ones too, whether I just unbolt both seat rails and put them on there, or do I flip that rail on the other seat and get rid of that one and put it in. I do have a seat ready to go in and try and see if it will fit, but I think I'm going to play around with these first, see if I can get these rails on that seat and see if that works. If not, then we'll go with the two outer rails on a seat and see if that works. So really we've got two options to go with, and we'll see which one works best. Righto, I will take these rails off first. Hopefully I've got the right size, which I do. Get these ones off, we'll get those ones off, and we'll see if we need to change this. Well, I can confirm they're the same distance apart. All right, so I worked out how to get to the bolts down here. You've got this little thing here that adjusts your seat height, which I can't seem to move at the moment, like that, which makes your seat go up and down. Lift that up, you can get to your bolts. So we'll get that one off. We'll get that one off and see if they interchange. All right, the VR seat rails are off. Now, once you get those four bolts out, you will have two bolts each side. Again, Allen key 5mm. Undo those, You'll want to split your seat in half, but you'll get the rail out. Now to do the VK. I don't know if that seat height adjuster works or not, so we'll give it a go and see if we can lift it up. Hopefully it does, and then we'll see if it will bolt onto that sucker. Good news, the seat height does work, so I can get to those pesky Allen bolts. Okay, update. 2 bolts on that are stripped and I cannot get them out. Like, they've unloosened, but the hex part's stripped out and I can't get them off. So I decided I'll measure the distance between the holes on that and the holes on that. That's just under 300 mil. That's nowhere near, so it's not even going to fit on anyway. So I'm not going to continue trying with that, but instead we'll grab the other seat, chuck it in the car, and see if the 2 outside rails bolt into the holes in the floor pan. Well, there you have it, guys. It works. Now I've only got 2 bolts in, the front ones, but the holes all do line up. If you swap that outer rail to the inner. Now, just having a quick look at it, it is on a slight angle, so it will need to be spaced up on the inside with a couple of washers. So that will get that sitting level. And the other thing also is you'll need to use the VRVS seat bolts, as this is the standard VK one and this is the out of the VR. They are 10 mil longer, so you'll need the longer bolts, and you'll probably need a couple extra because on that funny offset bracket is only a short bolt, so you may have to go to a wreckers and get an extra bolt. But as you can see, that fits in nicely. How good does that look, eh? Can't wait to get this interior done, I can tell you that. But that is lovely. Now to put it inside for another 5 years or something. Nah, I'm joking. Hopefully it's quicker than that. But that has been inside for about close to 5 years, I reckon. So I'll get that out, and I will pull that rail off and put that on the driver's seat on the other one. So I've got the same rails on that side, and that should bolt straight in as well. In the side now, and it appears though when I was doing this 5 or so years ago, I stuck 2 of the same on this one, and then that one got the 2 that bolts into the car. So now I have to change 2. So it's going to be take that one off and put it on there. I've just been out to the car and grabbed that one and put it on there, and then they're ready to go for installation. Okay, I'm going to show you how easy this is to change seat rails. We don't want these 2 long ones, we want the short ones. I've already removed that clip off there. Just get a screwdriver and pop that off. That's all you do with that one. Undo the bolts. slide the seat up the other side. Let's get out of the way. A little bit more. Get that bolt out. Pretty easy. Undo the two bolts. Once they're out, you're going to lift that up that way and just pop it off the adjuster rail. See how it comes out like that, and then you just want to put your two pins in there, back in there. Look to see where your holes are. It's kind of like squishing it in, kind of like a spring. Line your hole up. Start your bolt off. Do it up. Tighten it down. Slide your rail back up. Put the other bolt in. Like so. Tighten that in. Get that out. Now you want to put this clip back in. Get a screwdriver. Try not to drop it and lose it. That goes that way. Pop it on. Squish it down. And just like that, that's onto the other side. Remove that clip. Don't drop it. Remove the bolts. All the way back. Undo that one. Get that out. Slip that. Put that with the one you don't want. Get your other one. Put it in. Find your hole. Line them up. Pop a bolt in. Do that. The other one. Put that sucker in. Put the clip back. Squish this sucker back on. Just like that. Do the same with that one, eh? That went on nicely. Just jam it in there. That's it, seat rail's done. Hold that one up there. Make it level. place. Go a little bit lower. And that's it. That's how you change your seat rails to 2 outers. Alright, if you haven't seen before, this is the interior that's going into the car. Excuse the mess, this is my upholstery room and storage of other rubbish. Driver's seat, passenger seat, also in there is kick panels, the rear quarter trims that go around those opera windows and sun visors. They're already done, ready to go. Of course, old rear seat headrest for the VK. There's me door trims, center console, rear seat that's still in there under a whole heap of rubbish. But that seat should just go straight back in because that is the original VK rear seat. So that will fit straight back in, just been recovered by moi. But other than that, I don't have the carpet yet, but that's the only thing missing. I do have the headliner. That's the headliner there. Ready to go in. But yeah, hopefully get to this sooner than later. Just looking at this seat from the front angle of the car. Definitely going to need some spaces on the inner to straighten that up. Probably 2-3 washes, and that'll level that up, and then we are laughing. All right, I'm going to call that quits and say, myth busted. You can fit VN to VS seats in a VK. You just need to swap out one seat rail and you're good to go. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, that'll help me a lot. Thank you very much. See you next time. Ciao, ciao.